With the business is your boy Young Greatness, and I'm holding it down with hip hop since 1987. Dollar for hay in stores right now, baby. Join the wave.
Shout my hip hop since 1987, niggas. Hip hop since 1987.com.
You know what it is, your man El Dorado, hip hop since 1987. We live right now, Love Hate Studios, hip hop since 1987, new headquarters and whatnot. And right now I got the honor and pleasure of being with New Orleans native hip hop artist Young Greatness. What's going on, good brother?
Man, I'm chilling, you know, I can't complain.
How you doing on this fine evening and whatnot?
Man, you know me, dog, laid back like a Maybach.
I ain't mad at that, you know what I'm saying? Now you got a lot going on as far as the music game is concerned right now. So we're definitely gonna get into, you know, your roots, your past, present, and your future as far as music is concerned and whatnot. But I want to jump right in and ask you, New Orleans, you're from the boot and whatnot. A lot of folk who are on the East Coast, West Coast, they don't really understand the culture of New Orleans and whatnot. Can you explain to us what the hip-hop scene is like in New Orleans?
I mean, I feel like New Orleans have one of the most toughest hip-hop scenes like in the game. You know, I also feel like we don't get our just due because, because of the market that we're in, but I feel like we could go toe-to-toe with any city, any state. You know, we got some real talented artists down there, and you know, as far as me myself, I just hope that my situation could bring light towards our city, you know, and give us an opportunity to shine. You know what I'm saying? I
totally respect that. I totally respect that. Now I understand you're from the St. Bernard projects in New Orleans. So what was life like growing up in your hood?
I mean, you know, life it ain't no different from nobody else. So you know, of course, you know, I went through the struggle, the adversities and things like that, but it's about what you make out, out of, what you go through. So I feel like out of my life, I went through a lot of things, that was life changing, but I'm trying to just make the most out of it with my music and where I'm at with my career right now.
I understand that. I definitely understand that. I understand you've been doing your thing as far as hip hop is concerned for about 10 years or so. So what actually got you into the hip hop world and got you to expressing your feelings over instrumentals?
I probably say, when my stepdad passed away, he played a real integral role in my life, and I didn't even know that I had a deep passion for music, but it was till then that where I was able, that was the only thing I had to express how I felt about how my life was going, and just having to face adversities at that time. So I turned to music, and the more I grew into it, I had some real friends around me, and I used to ask them like, what y'all think, and they really backed me, and that's how I get to where I'm at right now. Just really having real people around me, like pushing me to, stay focused on that chase if that's what I want to do.
I totally dig that. I totally dig that. Now, I also understand many of us know of the tragedies of Katrina that hit New Orleans a few years back and whatnot. And I understand that you actually, when the tragedy struck and whatnot, you took your talents to Houston and you were able to kind of like hone your sound and own your sound and things of that nature. So what was your Houston experience like, and what do you feel that did for your career?
I feel like, me going to Houston, that was the turning point, that was the start for Young Greatness, because that's where I was noticed by, a lot of great people, Bun B, a lot of people noticed my talent and my ability, and that's what gave me the drive and the motivation to really keep pushing. There was only so many studios you could record at in Houston, and me being a fresh face and having a new sound in the city, they kind of took me in with open arms. So, from that situation, I learned a lot, and being around other people, that motivated me through my life with music, it was like exciting to see that, my music touched them. So that's what kept me going and added fuel to my fire.
I totally respect that. I totally respect that. Now, you took your talents from Houston to Atlanta and whatnot. But before we talk about that, I gotta ask you, excuse me, the name Young Greatness, like a lot of people in the hip hop world, they associate themselves with greatness or being kings and whatnot, but they normally don't follow that path or walk in them shoes. So what do you feel like having a name like Young Greatness means to you, and where did you get that name from?
I got the name Young Greatness from one of my best friends, Andre Noel. He go by the name of Deuce. He just passed away recently. That was one of my close friends, and that was actually the person who inspired me to do music. That's where I learned how to rap from. That's who coached me with rapping and gave me the beliefs in myself to push with it. So, we was just sitting down one day, and I was like, man, what I'm gonna call myself? He was like, dog, you're gonna be a king, you're gonna be great, bro. So, you know, man, you gonna call yourself Young Greatness. So from that point on, you know, I just stuck with the name and just kept on pushing it. That's what I continue to do, you know, rain on the game for my partner. Rest in peace to Deuce.
Nah, definitely, I totally respect that. Now, once you got into the rap game, you came in strong, you know what I'm saying? You dropped your first mixtape, Rich and Famous.
Right.
You followed that up with Trap Jumper 2.0. You reached out and you got DJ Infamous, I understand, on that project and whatnot.
Yeah.
And right now, you know what I'm saying, you got a dope project floating in the streets, Dollar for Hate. Got a couple big features on there, Juvenile, Meek Mill, Pusha T. So give us the formula when you're creating these mixtapes and putting these projects together. Give us the formula on how you do so.
I mean, first and foremost, I don't never take no days off, so I'm always working, and I think that's what make it easier, you know, for me, because I'm constantly working. So the more I work, the more I understand myself as an artist, and I understand, you know, what I want. And I just been trying to like hone my sound and my style, and just keep on, you know, delivering good music for the game. You know, I'm just a young kid from New Orleans, just trying to have an opportunity to stay humble but stay hungry at the same time. You know, so you know, my job, you know, I'm just trying to drop bangers after bangers after bangers so they can feel me. You know, so you know, like I said, man, I'm excited about everything. Rich and Famous was the jump start of my career. You know, that like to me, for as product wise, you know, coming, you know, I was incarcerated, you know, for a few years, so coming straight home from incarceration into Rich and Famous, you know, I was relearning myself and getting back into the studio and stuff from that. So like by the time I finished with that and got to Trap Jumper 2.0, I had it all figured out, you know what I'm saying? And you know, now we at Dollar for Hate. And you know, I'm excited about that, you know, and it's doing real good in the streets, you know, so I'm happy.
Now, we gave mention to some artists in New Orleans, Lil Wayne's, Juvenile's, Birdman's, Currencies, and things like that. So when you were coming up, who were some artists who inspired you?
Well, man, I have to say, you know, definitely like Jay-Z, Fiend, Juvenile, you know, I mean, even Lil Wayne, you know, those people, I'm still fans of those people today because those are the people that motivated me and inspired me and gave me the hope. You know, if they did it, I could do it too. They went through some of the same stuff that I went through. So, you know, definitely, you know, watching those guys and really studying them, you know, I kind of like learned how to, you know, take my paths, you know, and try to, you know, embark on this industry. So, you know, that's some of the people that, you know, I'm huge fans of.
What are your take on the current state of hip-hop? You know, they say that hip-hop is a cycle and whatnot, and we're kind of going through a new transition as far as hip-hop is concerned. You know, new acts, you have Migos, and you have the Pee Wee Longways, you have the DJ Mustards doing their thing on the West Coast, Troy Ave doing his thing on the East Coast. What is your take, I'll say, on the current state of hip-hop, and what do you feel like you bring to the table that any other artist does not?
Man, I'm from New Orleans, so I mean that's enough right there, and it's all, you know. And I mean, we done already laid down our foundation in this industry, and we have a fresh, unique sound. You know, like everybody in the world loves New Orleans. You know, everybody in the world is waiting for the next big thing from New Orleans, and I feel like that's what I bring, you know, to the table. You know, just being a fresh face, having a fresh sound. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's about that time for us to, you know, really get our specs back in the game. You know, Baby, you know, Master P, you know, those people, you know, they paved the way for us, you know, and I'm trying to follow right in their footsteps, you know, and come back strong for my city and hold it on. So that's how I feel about it. But I salute everything, you know, that's going on in hip hop right now. I mean, to me, hip hop really does, you know, reinvent itself, but in a youthful way. You know, so some of the cats that you're hearing now, you know what I'm saying, you know, it's kind of like symbolic of, you know, some of the older cats from, you know, hip hop back in the days, you know, when we was little kids. So I don't look at it no different, you know, and I don't knock nobody, I salute everybody. You know, I'm just trying to get in and have my run. You know, so that's where I'm at with it.
Now, I know a few cats who have had, you know, the pleasure of being in the studio with you and you doing songs with them, or y'all just having time in the studio together. And a few of the cats that I've talked to, they all have hit me with the same thing. Like, yo, I never see this boy with a pen. I haven't seen this boy with a pad yet. You know what I'm saying? So, what is your writing formula like when you're in the studio? Like, are you straight on your phone? Is it straight off the top of your head? How long does it take you to compose a song?
Man, I don't know how I do it, but God like blessed me with this little gift. You know, when I hear the beat, you know, I instantly know what direction to take with the song, you know what I'm saying? And I kind of like paint that picture like Picasso in my head. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, it's just a gift. I can't even explain it. It's just something that's instilled in me to be able to know how to, you know, creatively dissect a record and put it together. So that's one of the things that I hope I'll be able to have for a long time. You know what I'm saying? And utilize that ability, you know, because a lot of artists, you know, don't have that ability. You know what I'm saying? And I'm just thankful to have the ability to be able to work like that so fluently. So, you know, it's a great process to see. You know what I'm saying? It's definitely a great process to see it. And sometimes I amaze myself, but, you know, shit, I'm just blessed to have it. You know, and just know how to do it.
I totally dig it. Now, we also, you know, we're in the A right now. We gave mention to your journey and whatnot from New Orleans to Houston and whatnot, and now we're in the Atlanta area.
Right.
So what brought you to Atlanta, and what has been in Atlanta done for your career?
Man, what really brought me to Atlanta, like, you know, like my buzz and stuff in New Orleans was climaxing. And, you know, I sat down one day, I had a talk with my manager. I was like, man, you know, I think it's really time for me to like to move around and start being in different cities, different areas, you know what I'm saying, to try to like exploit my talents, because, you know, I just want the world to have an opportunity to know me and feel me, and, you know, I just want that chance to make it. So I was like, man, I think I'm gonna go to Atlanta and really start working and networking down there, and you know, maybe that can kind of like help me with my career. You know, so once I started coming, you know, I grew up, I love and care for Atlanta. My whole family live here. They've been living here since Katrina, so, you know, they always push the issue like, you need to come to Atlanta. You know, Atlanta, you know, it's gonna help you or not. So I think it actually have served a great purpose, because I met a lot of people and I was able to expand my brand. So Atlanta is definitely a good place to be for any artist, you know. So that's what I say.
Now, you have tracks, as we gave mention to, with Meek Mill,
Right.
Pusha T, Juvenile, and the likes of many others.
Right.
But are there any artists out there that you're looking forward to possibly working with in the future?
Of course. I definitely would love to, you know, work with Kelly Rowland.
Okay.
I'm also a huge fan of Rick Ross. You know, and of course, you know, I'm from New Orleans, so I definitely love to do something with Birdman, Wayne, you know, YMCMB, Juvenile again, Trey, you know, nigga, you know, like that's my city. So, you know, it'll be a blessing to do, you know, records with those people like that. You know, those are some of the people that's at the top of the chart. So just to be on a track with them, I'll be able to show, you know, my work, you know, what I could do.
Now, Dollar for Hate, as we gave mention to, is heating the streets up right now. You know what I'm saying? Like,
right.
Your single with Meek hit the streets and whatnot, and it was just boom. It took off, went viral and whatnot. You can find it on Hip Hop Since 1987. Make sure you check it out immediately following this interview. But what else are you working on? Like, what else do you have in store as the year 2014 moves along?
I've been working on a project called I Tried to Tell Him. You know, I'ma just say it's gonna be crazy. You know. I haven't figured out what features I'm gonna do yet, but I have a couple in mind. So that's been like my main focus right now. I'm probably like 40 songs into it.
Okay.
I'm probably record like another 40 more songs, and, you know, try to pick like the best 15, 16 records, you know. But, you know, I've been working on that like every day. Next, I think real soon, either next week or the week afterwards, the Juvenile record is gonna go crazy. You know what I'm saying? So just be looking for all the DJs, you know, listen to your radio. It's gonna be on flame, you know. So I'm excited about this summer, man. You know, I'm gonna ride this wave out. Dollar for Hate, Young Greatness. You know, I'm here. New Orleans trying to bring it back to where it belongs at.
For those who may have been asleep under a rock and they're just now finding out about your movement,
right.
How can they follow you via social media, and how can they keep up with everything you got going on?
First, you can follow me on Instagram and Twitter at YoungGreatness7. You know, for any updates on my latest music shows, you could go to YoungGreatnessMusic.com. You know, once again, any updates, shows, etc. to purchase mixtapes, singles, T-shirts, paraphernalia is YoungGreatnessMusic.com.
You know what it is, your man El Dorado, sitting here with the man himself, Young Greatness. Look out for a lot more from this brother right here on hiphopsince1987.com.
I be flexing in that whip, I got boo-boo cars. And any bitch you love a nigga, I got boo-boo bras. Check the diamond around my neck, I got boo-boo ice.